thing men hate more than women with children: single child-free women who don't center their lives around them. I mean, what else do I need to say? This comment said everything. What else do I need to say? And until they understand why this whole male loneliness epidemic is only going to get worse. It's going to get worse because if they can't see why more and more women don't want children, don't want marriage, don't want to live with a man, would rather be single, etc., etc., if they don't open their damn eyes, I actually kind of feel sorry for them. I mean, not enough to do something about it, and not enough to do the work for them, but just enough to make me feel like, hey, maybe you should do something about it before it's too late. I said this before, but a lot of these people still think it's 1950. And they're wondering why they don't have their 1950s housewife who cooks and cleans and stays barefoot and pregnant. When that was like over 70 years ago.
Having kids and getting married is a scam for women. Women who are unmarried and childless are the happiest people of all, according to a professor of behavioral science. First, I think they meant to say child-free because childless people, I don't know if they're as happy because they want to have kids, but they can't. So I don't know. They might have used the wrong word there, but let's continue. Women who are unmarried and child-free are the happiest subgroup of the population as a whole, according to a happiness expert. I didn't know we had happiness experts out there. And now you know. Paul Dolan, a professor of behavioral science at the London School of Economics, says that while men benefit from being married, women generally do not. Although tying the knot and having children are typically considered markers of success in our society, women who shun this pressure, despite the stigma, tend to be happier and healthier as a result. Who would have thought? Professor Dolan says that unmarried and child-free women are also likely to outlive their married child-rearing counterparts and are healthier than them. The latest data demonstrated that long-established traditional symbols of success did not necessarily correlate with happiness levels. This best-selling author, who carries out original research into the measurement of happiness and its causes and consequences, noted that men, in comparison, benefited from marriage as they calm down. The men, they take less risk and they earn more money at work and they live a little longer. The woman, on the other hand, has to put up with that, and she becomes unalive sooner than if she never married. The healthiest and happiest population subgroup are women who are never married or had children. I am shocked. You guys tried to gaslight us into getting married and having kids a lot. You're like, oh, it's the best thing that'll ever happen to you. You'll never find true love unless you have kids and marriage and da-da-da-da. But the science is saying the exact opposite. Married people who are happier than other population subgroups, but only when their spouse is in the room when they are asked how happy they are. When the spouse is not present, they're effing miserable. So basically they're saying if you're a man, you should probably get married. If you're a woman, don't bother.
Why do men feel so threatened when they see a woman who's child-free and happy? It's because they have lost their biggest tool of oppression. Children can absolutely be used as a form of oppression for women. The second you impregnate a woman, the second she gives birth, she now has no free time, probably has less money than she did before, has to take care of your kids, and I just have seen men actively use this like as a technique to oppress women. So I literally know men who have started cheating on their wives after they gave birth to their kids because they were like, oh, she's going to be so busy, she's not even going to notice now. But really what it comes down to is about the freedom of choice. When you impregnate a woman, you're taking away a lot of her freedom of choice, especially in terms of what she does with her time, what she does with her money. All of that choice and freedom is taken away from her. The reality is that the majority of caregiving is still done by women. When people give birth, the women are the ones who have to take care of the kids more than the men, usually. And honestly, some men just don't want women to have the freedom of choice of what to do with their time and their money.
As a child-free woman, has anyone else noticed the huge difference in which we get treated compared to child-free men? Like, it is actually mental, because the way child-free women get treated and what the names that they get called, like literally you can just go through my most viewed child-free videos to see like how much hate child-free women get. I don't know why. Like, why are people so obsessed with child-free women having choice over their own bodies and lifestyles? It's very strange. But compare that to child-free men. They might get a little bit now and again, but pretty much they're seen as bachelors, gods. Like, it's celebrated, you know? It's massively different. And people tell me that sexism and misogyny doesn't exist in today's society. Sure. So this little troll has been commenting on all my videos because he's obviously obsessed with me, he's obsessed with us, he's obsessed with women having autonomy and choice over their own lives. So you know what? I thought, seeing as you're so obsessed and you want a little bit of attention from me, I'm feeling charitable today. I've woke up in a great mood, so I'm going to give you a few minutes of my time. I'd ask yourself, I'd probably go to therapy or go into your childhood to find out the answer to this question. I'd ask yourself, why do I feel so triggered, so torn up? Because you've commented on my videos. So you're obviously, you know, this subject of child-free women seems to really trigger you. So I don't know if mummy did something to you or something like that, but maybe you should look into why you think that a woman, child-free women, living a different lifestyle to the norm, perhaps. Why a woman sharing about her lifestyle that hopefully empowers other women to be more happier with their lifestyle choices. Why do you think that's controversial? Because it shouldn't be. And I think the reason is you're just one of those men or one of those little boys that don't like women having autonomy over their own bodies and their life choices. Otherwise, you would not feel the need to leave these comments. Me flaunting, which is just me sharing another way for women to live in order to maybe feel more fulfillment and happiness, shouldn't be controversial. But you, for some reason, again, probably childhood triggers or whatever, I talked to a therapist about that, has you so torn up to the point where you're leaving lots of comments on my videos. So I would maybe look into why this subject in particular seems to hurt your heart so much. Because just remember that trolls like you're just weak. You are, and that's the only way to it. You're immature and weak, and you want to dominate and control women. Simple. Otherwise, you wouldn't be this bothered. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with my beautiful day now. Gonna have a great day. I've just cleaned my house. I'm gonna go to the gym, gonna go to yoga, gonna meet some friends because it's such a free lifestyle because I don't have children and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy my life. So have a great day.